everyone, welcome to Times Business Award North 2025. I am Priyanka and today we have a very special guest in the studio with us. Welcoming Dr. Daumya Bhatt, Professor and Dean IQAC from SRM IST, Delhi NCR Campus, Ghaziabad. I would like to welcome you, ma'am, to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. I would like to ask you a few questions, starting with SRM UP has rapidly established itself in the education landscape. What are the core values and long-term visions that drive this growth?
That's very exactly a good question to start with. And we always run by the values of our Honorable Founder Chancellor, who says that education is a form of social service to mankind. And at SRM, we believe that creating professionals of tomorrow with humility is one of our basic aims, and this is the core value upon which the institution is built. Yes, we do want to have a world-class university. We have the infrastructure, we have the human resources, and we have the supporting facilities. However, it is our aim to make students of tomorrow, the youth of tomorrow, empower them with not only technical skills, but also those human values that will long last, and also they will thrive in the society, helping one another, and especially taking education to those who are not so very privileged to be in the schools or colleges. And that's how we train our students who will be running this world tomorrow.
That's so nice to hear. Now, talking about student engagement, how do you motivate the students to actively participate in both the academic as well as the co-curricular activities?
Of course, all work and no play makes Jack a very dull boy, and a girl, of course. So we believe that academia and the co-curricular activities that will at large build managerial skills and make a particular student a team player and have a better understanding of how the industry is run is also equally important. When it comes to the academic activities, we don't simply rely on classroom teaching. We take them to industries as a part of industrial visit. We invite experts to our campus on specific field. We have the students interact with them, and we invite the human resource professionals who run the industry, so that the students actually understand how to put these theoretical concepts into practice, how the industry is run, and tomorrow as aspiring professionals, how should they conduct in the industry. And that makes the academic activities all the more interesting. And when it comes to co-curricular activities or extracurricular activities for that matter, students are given many chances to coordinate both technical events as a part of this activity, wherein we have a lot of technical clubs in our campus from IEEE to CSI. Students are the front runners of these. They conduct activities, they interact with professionals, not only in India. For example, if you take IEEE, it has chapters worldwide. So we invite professionals from there, and we also encourage students to participate in extracurricular activities. We have several clubs, from dance club to drama club and then music club. And we host three major co-curricular fests. One is the Innovate, which is the national level technical fest. And recently we had Rubru, which is the national level cultural fest, which is very popular in Delhi NCR region. And then we have Khel, which is the sports fest, and our students actively engaged themselves, and I believe that they have a holistic atmosphere given to them, balanced at both levels.
That's so really nice to hear. And now I would like to ask you, can you elaborate on SRM UP's international partnerships and how they enhance the student experience?
Yes, having an international exposure definitely widens the horizons of both thought process and the academic activities that any student would undertake. Knowing this, SRM has MOUs with across 200 universities worldwide. And we are very proud to run the Semester Abroad program, one of our premier programs, in which the student gets the opportunity to visit an university abroad. The selection process is purely based on the academic interest of the students, how he or she has conducted himself for the first 2 years. based on this, the student is selected to go abroad and pursue one semester in a university with which SRM has an MOU. This is one of the very salient features which SRM offers to all its students who have a good CGPA. And then after spending one semester, based on the performance, this tenure is extended to one more semester. One of the private universities premiering this program is SRM in India, I would say. And our students have gone there. Last year, there were 15 students who went based on this, their performance. They had been abroad, and we do have partnerships wherein professors from universities abroad come as professor of practices, or we can say eminent professors, and they handle classes for us. And it is really a very wonderful experience to be a part of an university that gives the global
Exactly.
environment for its students, not only for students but also we can say that we have a faculty abroad program, which I'm definitely proud to say that SRM sends its faculty members to universities to have an exposure and gain their best practices, and such faculty, they come back, they implement, they share what they have learned. And it is all it's all helping us know, understand the standards and compare where we are and where we aspire to reach.
Yeah, it's so really nice to hear students and faculty both getting such a kind of exposure. Truly hats off. Let's move forward with the next question. How does SRM UP promote interdisciplinary learnings and collaboration among different departments, if I talk about that?
Interdisciplinary ka zamana hai. We cannot, there is no taking back my words, because without an interdisciplinary research these days, establishing a wholesome setup will not be possible.
Exactly.
Understanding this, SRM IST Delhi NCR campus encourages its faculty members and students especially to take up interdisciplinary research. Students of computer science department have the liberty in the curriculum itself to have their major project with a student of another department,
Okay.
like electronics. They together make a drone.
Yep.
They program IoT. The student of computer science does the programming, and the semiconductor part is taken by the EC students. Likewise, faculty members, they do interdisciplinary research. A computer science faculty does something with a mechanical faculty. And also interdisciplinary, when we talk about, we have such lab facilities in SRM that promotes interdisciplinary research. Infrastructure is the basic motivation to
Exactly.
any research or innovation for that matter.
True.
We have world-class infrastructure that helps us think, innovate, and go beyond. And also, it we have facilities to harness the talent potential of the
Exactly.
students. That's how I would put into. Though we get a lot of encouragement, it is the other factors, other unspoken factors, I would say, that actually makes us self-interested.
Exactly. That's so nice. And now, talking about the future trends, I would like to ask you, what emerging trends in the education do you believe will shape the future of academia?
There are three things that will, I believe, that will shape. It is AI and
Exactly.
AI. So without that, there is, I don't see a future. And exactly, I would also say that when we talk about AI, we also teach our students, not only students, but our faculty members, to use AI responsibly.
Exactly.
That's one thing that's going to, AI is going to be here, say, for the next at least 50 years. If something more beneficial is going to come in the years.
Yes.
But for now, it is the artificial intelligence that's going to drive not only our profession, but also our lives.
Exactly.
And that trend we actually promote in the campus as well. The effective usage
Exactly.
of AI definitely requires training, and that particular training is provided to both faculty members and students.
Yeah,
by
because
experts.
the sense of responsibility also comes.
Huge is the sense of responsibility. With the amount of benefit we get from
Yes.
AI, we need to use it very accountably.
Yes.
Usage of AI tools may it be, or any other factors related to using AI effectively. We, as a very responsible university holding A++ grade, we take the training part very seriously
Exactly.
and help our students and faculty members understand the pros, but most importantly we tell them the cons.
Yes.
And I say we are one of those pioneer universities, the trendsetters who have taken this task up in India, and we are doing it on routine, this AI training, which is going to be the trend for the next.
Exactly. At least 50 years, let's
Yes,
say.
yes, minimum. The minimum it is going to stay here. It's
Yes.
not going anywhere.
Anywhere.
We need to get ourselves used to it.
Exactly.
And it would be really very nice to have somebody near us, like us, thinking like us, but not overpower us.
Exactly.
That's exactly what we tell our students as well. So yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, Dr. Daumya Bhatt. It was really nice talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me here once again. And I would say that it's a very good platform here. My
Exactly.
best wishes. To
Thanks
that.
a lot and congratulations for the award.
Thank you.